Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We got more Boston. You guys loved that last Boston video that we did. More Than a Feeling was...
Yeah, it was blowing up.
Blowing up on our channel. And clearly we had to come back and do a little more Boston because we really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Very different vibe. And you guys are saying basically on that album, it's a whole lot of fire. But this seemed to be the most popular recommendation, Foreplay, Longtime. So I'm excited to check this one out because, like I said, I really enjoyed the last one that we did.
Me too.
Seems like you guys are saying they got a huge catalog, so we got some work to do.
Lots to get through.
Yeah, but you ready to get it going? Check out some more Boston?
Let's do it.
Let's go. You're traveling through space here.
That's what it reminds me of, even without the visuals. Like space.
This is such a cool sound. All right, so I know we had a lot of build and you guys are probably ready to vibe out, but just give me a second. We'll rewind it a bit so we can lead into that. But I guess that's probably Foreplay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I would assume that's
leading
the intro.
into like the, yeah.
Yeah, so
that was cool though.
Foreplay before we get into the real thing.
Yeah, but that definitely gave me space vibes, especially with like the electronic sounds and the keyboard and stuff.
Yeah, the organ feel that they had was cool, but even the spatial sense of the sounds that they were using with this like echo, reverb, location kind of stuff, and the guitar work as well was really, really cool sounding.
Yeah.
And I love this cover too.
I know, me too.
They were saying, you guys were saying in the comments, because we made a joke last time, we're like, are they from Boston? What's the deal here? They are actually, in fact, from Boston. They're not from outer space, believe it or not, but they sound like it.
Like, it looks like they took their city of Boston.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Taking it away from Earth because Earth is blowing up.
That's very cool, yeah. Well, I mean, their sound is, like I said, sounds like it's from outer space as well.
Yeah, it does. It's cool, though.
But anyways, you ready to get into the meat and the potatoes?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's roll. Or I should say, you ready to get into the long time? I'm done with the foreplay, Samantha.
It's been such a long
fire already.
Well, I'm taking my time. I'm just moving on. You'll forget about me after I've been gone. And I take what I find. I don't want no more. It's just outside of your front door. Ah, yeah. It's been such a long time. It's been such a long time. Well, I get so lonely when I am without you. But in my mind, deep in my mind, I can't forget about you. Good times and faces that remind me, yeah. I'm trying to forget your name and leave it all behind me. You're coming back to find me. Well, I'm taking my time. I'm just moving on. You'll forget about me after I've been gone. And I take what I find. I don't want no more. It's just outside of your front door. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's been such a long time. It's been such a long time.
So diverse.
I feel like even in this long time portion, there's a ton of different sounds going on. Like
Oh,
keep
yeah.
switching up.
They obviously implemented some of the mix between the electric and the acoustic playing off each other with the guitar work there, and
Yeah.
very cool sound in general. Like it's interesting the transition from the intro of the foreplay into this, because I still feel like they're carrying some of that intro into the main portion of the song. It's not like we went into a completely different one, which we've had happen on different songs that we've
Yeah.
done before, right? Where
Yeah. I feel like
there's
it
different
blended in
pieces
well.
of a song that sound vastly different. This I feel like it's kind of blended in together, which is cool.
Yeah, I would agree for sure.
But the story as well sounds like he's talking about moving on, but not forgetting somebody. He's got dreams that he needs to go after, and he's going to be thinking about somebody. I guess this person that he's leaving. He's still going to have them in the forefront of his thoughts quite often. But he's got to move on. That's kind of the vibe I've gotten so far.
Yeah.
Great vocal again as well. What about you? What are you thinking so far?
I really like it. I feel like it's, like you said, really diverse. It's really cool how there is so many moving parts to it, but it does blend and sit together very well, in my opinion. And I think also one thing that I like, and I've said this in a lot of the videos that we've done, is that something for me is that I need to be able to keep a consistent groove, or I don't necessarily love it if I feel like I can't find where the melody kind of sits of the song.
Yeah.
And I feel like even though it has so much diversity, it still has this underlying groove to it that you can stay in the rhythm and enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like using the clapping that they have.
Yeah.
Keeping the rhythm when
Yeah,
they have the
exactly.
acoustic portion in
Yes.
there to keep that rhythm and the tempo, the vibe like you're talking
Yeah.
about, that groove is steady.
Yeah.
And I think just in general, I don't, feel like I've heard a sound like Boston before.
is so
In the
different.
two songs that we've heard from them, it's very diverse, it's very unique, but it's a great groove and great rhythm at the same time, great vibe, right? So
Yeah, I'm loving it.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Let's check out the last 2 minutes here. Sorry, just give me a second.
It's been such a long time.
So it's crazy too, because we were reading before we got into this song that Tom Schultz, this was the first song that he wrote. And he wrote and recorded originally in his basement.
Yeah.
You know, and you guys were saying that Tom Schultz, super talented musician, plays a whole bunch of different instruments, but it's crazy to know how complex this is. The song that we just listened to is so complex.
Yeah.
This is the first song that he wrote.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's wild. I'm sure like they polished it up and stuff like that, but
Yeah, it made changes.
that's wild, because like as we were listening to it, and you know, we made some of those comments, and you know, you listen a little bit more, you know, a few things that I picked up on, right? Like that organ sound that we talked about in the beginning, in the intro, that really carried on. You know, we made mention that it was still relevant, the intro to the main piece.
It has
That
those
organ,
instrumental pieces.
yeah, the organ component. And when we were listening to the electric guitar, you know, the way they added like a spatial sense to some of the guitar portions there almost reminded me of like lasers shooting in outer space.
Yeah.
And, you know, that played into that space sound that we talked about in the beginning. Right. And so, you know, it was really cool just to, you know, hear all the layers in that and the depth in that. You know, it is very vibrant song that I feel like was so unique and just mind blowing to me that, like I said, it was one of the first songs that this guy made.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like to think that, you know, he was probably not that experienced, and he was younger and all of that at that time period, and he was able to put something together
his
like
basement.
this. Like, yeah, like so talented. And also, right, like it's a longer song. It's almost 8 minutes, and like not once throughout that was I like, okay, this is repetitive, or this is boring. Like I'm over this. You know what I mean? Like sometimes with longer songs that happens. But with this, I was like, yeah.
Well, you had mentioned about the rhythm and the groove, right? And I noticed with this as well, it wasn't so much the percussion of the drums that was really driving a lot of that rhythm, which tends to be the case for a strong groove or a strong rhythm, right? It was basically everything else, like we talked about, with a mix between the acoustic guitar, which was very like, you know, subtle and kind of setting the tone in some respects for that rhythm, but then, you know, the overlay of some of the claps or some of the organ or whatever, and that was, you know, the melody and the rhythm really combined together and smushed it together to make this depth of, you know, this exploding sound, right? So very cool.
Yeah, I loved it. I want to climb aboard the Boston spaceship.
It's gone now.
Join the fun
went into
party.
the abyss. It's gone into space, Sam. You missed
my chance.
You missed your chance to go with the aliens, so you're stuck with this alien right here. Well, anyways, I really enjoyed that. Thanks for that recommendation, guys. It was great. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. If you did, hit the like button for us. Leave us a comment and let us know if you want us to check out a little more Boston. Hit us in those comments with a recommendation, maybe a link, maybe, you know, where we should go next. That's always appreciated from you guys, because you are really driving this channel to what it is today. And
yes,
100,000 subscribers coming around the corner. So hopefully we get there soon with your help. Thank you so much. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you in our next one.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.